So I'm here with Bradley from Ohme. Now, the reason I am doing this is because he's actually installed it. Well, you're not physically doing it. Someone else is actually doing it, putting a charger into my place, an untethered charger. But after quite a lot of research, and I'm going to do more research on chargers, lots of people ask me questions about chargers. Ohme is a smart charger. I know about that much. That's why we've got Bradley on here, and he's going to talk a little bit about these chargers which are now launching in Australia. How long have you actually been here?
So we've been here since March, properly, building out our installer network. So we're now across the whole of Australia, and now probably putting our foot down to be able to start helping Australians smart charge.
So can you tell me a little bit about the charger and what sets it apart from, say, a charger that is just a dumb charger and you plug in and go?
Yeah, for sure. So I think the most helpful way to think about it is to split it into three. So you've got your trickle chargers. So these are the ones that you plug in. These charge very slowly. Very helpful for a lot of people that just need to basically top up at a very slow rate and don't need anything more than that. Can be relatively expensive to run an EV doing it like that, but
why is that?
Just because you don't have any smarts on it. So if you're basically charging at the maximum amount that trickle charger can charge for the most amount of time. So if you don't have a smart tariff and you say
so you could be pinged by the tariffs that you're on.
Exactly. So it's helpful and it's convenient. I think it's definitely good for customers who have it's their first EV, it's their first month charging. Great. So that's kind of the first batch. Then you've got your sort of secondary sort of group, which is your dumb chargers. So that's for your Tesla. So that basically is like a phone charger. So you plug it in and it charges.
So it's like a trickle charger but faster.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. You do have some smarts sometimes with them, but on the whole, they do just tend to be plug and go.
Yeah.
And then your smart chargers are the kind of the third sort of bracket. These ones are the ones that can talk to your solar. So if you've got a solar system like Ohme, we put a CT clamp in the box, and what that means is that we basically measure any excess solar generation from your solar unit.
So you could just be charging off your solar.
Exactly. So you can literally charge for free with Ohme. That's a nice little rhyme for you.
And then say it one more time.
You can charge for free with Ohme.
Now sing it. No.
Yeah. No. So you can do solar charging is a big one. The there's a couple of other features that another of our competitors do as well, which is around that you can get the state of charge of the vehicle, which is important. So what this means is that you can get literally, if your car is say on 55% and you need it charged to 80% by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. The reason why this is different from the dumb chargers is that we can then do smart schedules in the background. So if you have a smart tariff, so say you're with OVO, Energy Retail Tariff, which is you get to charge for free between 11 and 2. If you've got a 25% delta to make up on your target, there's no point charging straight away if you're now being charged, let's say 15 cents per kilowatt hour, when you could be charging for free. So what Ohme does, we schedule it when it's cheapest to charge. So we don't charge straight away like the dumb chargers do. And then we'll commence the charge and get you to 80% tomorrow morning at the quickest, cheapest and greenest rate.
So it's like thinking.
It is, yeah. It's a nice way of thinking. I like that.
It knows stuff.
It is, yeah. So
you put your tariff information all in there and it goes, right, I know that at 9 p.m. it goes into off-peak, so I'm just going to start charging then. And it even knows that about that 3-hour window.
Exactly that, yeah. So it's an intelligent EV charger is the way that we describe it.
Okay, it's sorcery. I love it. That's very clever. And so you sell a tethered and an untethered charger, is that right?
Yep, that's right. Yep. So the difference for that, for people that don't know, is a tethered charger is basically a charger that comes with the cable attached to it. So we've got a 5 meter and an 8 meter variant. And then an untethered unit is a unit. So most EVs now obviously come with a Type 2 charger. So you can plug that straight into the unit. So it's basically a socketed unit. So you've kind of got a hole that you plug in.
BYO cable.
Exactly. Yes, BYOC. And this one, with the Ohme one, you can lock that. So I know that security is obviously a bit of a concern for a lot of people, especially for people that have access to off-street parking, but that off-street parking is visible off the street. So with the Ohme chargers, you can lock that in. You can also approve each plug-in, which means that on the Ohme app, if we detect that there's a car that's been plugged into our charger, it will come up with a notification on the app to say, is this you? And then you say, yes, that is me, great. And then you're away to charge.
And is the app really easy to use?
Very easy to use. So it is award-winning, I will say that.
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
So I just wanted to explain as well. So you're a UK brand. You're a very popular... One of the reasons why I went with you is that you are like... I'm going to say they're the #1 brand.
Yes, I'll let you say that. So yes. So yeah, we've got.
Don't be modest.
We've got quite literally hundreds of thousands of customers using
I like that.
products already. So what we've done is essentially we did do a very extensive research and development stage in Australia because we appreciate that Australia is different.
Yeah.
And I know that some people might want to just copy and paste what they do elsewhere, but that's not what we do. We've got a local support team, local technical team, and a local app. So the app is actually an Australian app. It's not
that's cool.
a UK app that's based over here. So we port over the capability that we have in the UK, which is also quite exciting for customers that buy an Ohme because that means that their sort of, Ohme experience is constantly evolving. So customers that buy the charger today, for example, we've just launched multi-car this week. So if you have more than one EV, then you can select between your EVs, which also means that you can get the state of charge for both EVs. You can put the energy tariff in. So again, it's optimizing based on which car that you're using, essentially.
And that's only going to become a bigger thing because more and more people are going to go, no, we love our EV. We're going to get rid of the other ICE car and get an EV.
Completely. So I think it's over 60% of Australians have access to more than one vehicle.
Wow.
So by proxy, in the next 5 to 10 years, people are going to have more than one EV at home.
Yeah, that's very cool. Well, thanks for chatting, Bradley.
Thanks so much.
Brilliant. My arm really hurts holding the camera up this long. We're going to have to stop.